What's going on, guys? I am coming to you today with an X-Wing squad build, and I'm trying to make B-Wings great again. One of the things that I wanted to do is kind of showcase to you one of my favorite ships. This is basically my favorite Star Wars ship, and a lot of my friends and I have been talking about how it's kind of unfortunate that the most iconic ships in the original trilogy, in the Galactic Civil War, were some of the first ships released in this game, and how they don't really compare to the newer ships that have been released, which are the old ships, like the ARC 170, for example. And wouldn't it be great if all of the older ships, like your X-Wing, Y-Wing, A-Wing, and B-Wing were the top tier? Well, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, although hopefully the X-Wing gets a fix, but the B-Wing's already had a Rebel Aces and still isn't super great. Actually, a lot of people straight up hate the B-Wing right now, but I still think it can be great. So I'm going to use Kean Farlander. Now, one of the things I really like about Kean Farlander is he is not necessarily action dependent. He is somebody who, if you can manage to get a stress on him, he's great with push the limit, for example. But he doesn't really, if you push the limit and you do like the standard focus target lock, you don't really need the focus because you can also get rid of your stress. So a lot of times he doesn't need to focus and target lock. So I was thinking, this is going to also sound crazy, I'm going to try expose on him. Now, you're probably about to turn off this video right now because you're like, no, you can't do expose. Well, here's the thing is, I think I have a way to minimize the weaknesses of expose and maximize the value of expose on this guy. So, all right, first off, one of the problems with expose is it consumes your action. Roger, got that. So I'm going to give him the experimental interface. So now he can target lock, then take a stress, and expose. Now he'll have a primary attack of 4, and he's got a target lock, and he's got a stress, which means he can focus if he needs to. Okay, so now he's got 4 dice, or 5 at range 1, fully modifiable. He gets rerolls and a focus because of his stress. He also can't have the eyeball. He can't have his focus stripped from him because he's got a stress. So that makes him even better than just a regular target lock and focus. But so that much is good. What's the downside is now he's he doesn't have very good defense. No problem. We'll throw Biggs in here to protect him. Simple, right? Biggs is going to protect him. Now he can't get shot, or much less likely to get shot. And even if he gets some scatter damage or whatever from your harpoon or any of that stuff, no problem. He's got the shields and all of that stuff. He's got enough stuff to survive. So Biggs is going to take care of him. We're going to give Biggs R46, and we're going to give him integrated astromech. Kind of standard Biggs here. R46 helps protect against a really, really big hit. Okay. Now, I've seen a lot of people using the Aztec right now to protect Biggs. It's really, really strong, but I wanted to try something a little different that would also help Kean Farlander out just a little bit. And again, I'm trying to make older ships great again, right? So I'm going to use Jan. A lot of people don't like Jan. She's kind of expensive, but I think there's a way. To make Jan kind of work in this build. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to have Jan try to help Biggs. I'm going to give her draw their fire. Okay, and I'm going to also give Jan pulse ray shield. Okay, so now she can get shields back. She can take a crit, okay, no problem, and then recover that shield. I'm also going to give Jan Chewbacca crew. And I'm pulling a lot of oldies out of this build, but it's going to be fun because I think a lot of people where I play are younger, and so I'm going to play a lot of cards that they've never seen played before. So Chewbacca also will help protect Jan, and hey, if she doesn't have a shield and still has to draw their fire, no problem. Chewbacca cancels that one crit that she just drew and then regenerates the shield. Also, she's got a lot of ability to help suck up some of Biggs's damage that way, and we have enough in here to give her a twin laser turret as well. Now this brings us to 100 points. So Jan is actually able to do some fairly reliable damage with a TLT. She is also able to take a stress to allow Kian Farlander to roll an extra die. Although there is a little bit of, she may not want to, use Pulse Ray Shield if she's doing that, because, recovering the shield, so she has a choice. But she doesn't always have to give Kian the extra, give him the extra die. But there's definitely some possibilities here. Biggs is going to be standard, absorbing a lot of stuff. So Kian, the idea of this whole build, though, is now Biggs has got some survivability. He's going to protect Kian. Kian now has virtually no negatives to using Expose, because he doesn't want to take a focus token anyway. He's not getting shot at. He doesn't need to spend the focus for attack. He still has his target lock, so he's still got his rerolls. He's still got his focus from the stress. The only thing he really loses is he's probably not going to want to barrel roll. But if he needs to barrel roll, okay, well, that time you just don't expose, no problem. And then you can and in that case, then you can get your extra die from Jan Ors. So Kian is going to be able to roll 4 or 5 or even 6 dice at range 1 in this build. But again, it's not a gimmick just trying to make him roll 6 dice. It's more about giving him 4 dice reliably. Heck, Jan can even give the 4th die to Biggs if she needs to, or an extra die to Biggs if that becomes necessary. So this is what I'm thinking. I think it's definitely not top tier, but I think you could roll up to a regular game night with something like this and maybe surprise some people who might laugh at you for bringing a BWing into space. So that is the build, guys. Let me know what you think, and if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed and click the bell for alerts so you can find out. I'm going to be announcing the winner of the first of 2 cool stuff $20 gift card giveaways, so you can get an expansion of your choice. Save that for the Wave 12 release when that comes out finally, and get yourself a free gunboat on me. That'll be coming next week, so all you need to do to enter that is to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my other videos. So do that, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you think that if I'm going too old school in a build like this, or if it's if I should just get rid of Jan and maybe put an Azatuk on there instead. The extra firepower, there is still good firepower. So or are you somebody who just appreciates the attempt at trying to use the older ships, just trying to appeal to some of us who haven't, there's some of you out there who maybe haven't bought anything since like Wave 3 or 4, and maybe you could run some of the stuff in this list. You might not have integrated astromech or R4D6 though. So anyway, that's the list, or even a TLT, or definitely not a Pulse Ray Shield, because that's new. But you don't need that. You can do without that for this build. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.